In my last video, we talked about becoming more interesting, and maybe you've started applying some of those steps. You're accumulating experiences, you're asking better questions, you're developing skills, but here's what happens next. You meet someone new, the conversation goes well, you're engaged, you're interesting, and then nothing. They don't reach out. They don't follow up. You wonder what went wrong. Here's the truth. Being interesting gets attention. Being likable creates connection. Today, I'm going to show you 5 ways to make anyone like you, not by being fake, not by people-pleasing, but by understanding the psychology of what makes humans naturally drawn to certain people. Let's dive in. Way 1, make people feel heard, not just listened to. There's a massive difference between these two things. Most people listen passively. They nod. They say, uh-huh. They wait for their turn to talk, but the person speaking can feel that their words are just bouncing off a wall. Being heard is different. It means someone actually absorbed what you said. They understood not just your words, but the meaning behind them. Here's how you do this. Reflect back what they said, but in your own words. Instead of just saying cool or interesting, try. So it sounds like you're frustrated because what I'm hearing is that you value. It seems like the hardest part for you is this does 2 things. First, it proves you were actually listening. Second, it shows you're trying to understand them, not just waiting to respond. Try this in your next conversation. Before you share your own thoughts, reflect back what the other person just said. Watch how their face changes. Watch how they lean in. People don't just want to be listened to, they want to be understood. Give them that, and they'll like you instantly. Way 2, remember and use small details. Think about how you feel when someone remembers something specific you told them weeks ago. Maybe you mentioned that you were struggling at work, and the next time you see them, they ask, hey, how are things at work? Everything all right? It feels good, right? Like you actually matter to them. That's because memory equals importance. When someone remembers details about your life, it signals, you're important enough for me to remember. Most people forget what you tell them within minutes, so when you remember, you stand out dramatically. Here's how to do this practically so you don't forget. After conversations, write down key details. Use your phone's notes app. Keep it simple. Sarah, studying architecture, stressed about thesis, loves hiking. Mike, just switched jobs, new manager is tough, has 2 dogs. Then next time you see them, reference those details. Hey Sarah, how's the thesis coming along? Mike, how are things with the new manager? But here's what's crucial. Don't make it weird. Don't recite facts like you're reading from a file. Bring it up naturally in context. The goal isn't to prove you have a good memory. The goal is to show you mattered enough for me to remember. Start doing this today. After your next meaningful conversation, write down 2 to 3 details. Next time you see that person, casually reference one. With practice, this becomes natural. Eventually, you won't need the notes anymore. Way 3, give genuine compliments on effort, not just results. Most people compliment outcomes. Great presentation, nice car, you look great. These are fine, but they're surface level. And honestly, people hear them all the time. What people rarely hear and what creates real connection is recognition of their effort, their process, their growth. Instead of great presentation, try, I could tell you put serious thought into structuring that. Instead of you look great, try, you've been so consistent with working out, I can see the results paying off. Instead of nice work on the project, try, the way you handled that setback and pivoted was impressive. A lot of people would have given up. Notice the difference? Generic compliments acknowledge what's visible. Specific compliments on effort acknowledge what's invisible. The work, the struggle, the choices they made when no one was watching. This hits differently because it shows you're paying attention at a deeper level. You're not just seeing the surface, you're seeing them. Here's the rule: compliment what they control, not what they were given. Don't compliment someone's natural height or genetic features. Compliment their discipline, their thoughtfulness, their creativity, their resilience. Practice this. Next time you want to give someone a compliment, pause. Ask yourself, what did they do that led to this result? Then compliment that. People will remember how you made them feel seen. Way 4, admit when you're wrong quickly and completely. This one is counterintuitive. Most people think that admitting mistakes makes them look weak or foolish. So they deflect, they justify, they make excuses. But here's the paradox. People actually like you more when you own your mistakes. Why? Because it shows confidence and humility at the same time. It signals, I'm secure enough to admit I screwed up. And look, this applies to conversations too. Remember that technique from earlier about reflecting back what someone says? Sometimes you'll misinterpret what they meant. You might think, oh no, I totally misread that, how embarrassing. But here's the thing, the fact that you tried to understand, even if you didn't get it perfect, matters way more than being right the first time. They'll correct you, and the conversation actually goes deeper because you showed you genuinely care. Here's the key. You have to do it right. Bad apology. Sorry if I upset you, but I was just trying to help. That's not an apology. That's a justification with sorry stapled to the front. Good apology. I was wrong about that. I shouldn't have said it the way I did. My bad. Clean, direct, no excuses. When you mess up, 1, acknowledge it immediately. 2, don't defend or justify. 3, keep it short. Long apologies sound insincere. 4, move forward. Here's what's powerful about this. Most people are so bad at apologizing that when you do it well, you instantly stand out. Plus, it gives others permission to be imperfect around you. It creates psychological safety. People relax because they know they don't have to be perfect either. Start practicing this in low-stakes situations. Actually, you know what? I was wrong about that. I thought about what you said earlier. You were right. I was off base. Watch how people's defenses drop. Watch how they respect you more, not less. Way 5. Show up consistently, not just when it's convenient. Likeable people aren't just fun to be around when things are easy. They show up when it's hard, when it's boring, when there's nothing in it for them. Think about your closest friends. What makes you trust them? It's not one grand gesture. It's 100 small moments where they showed up. Consistency builds trust. Trust builds likability. Here's what this looks like practically. Show up for the small things. Respond to messages, even when you're busy. Remember birthdays. Set reminders if you need to. Check in when someone's going through something tough. Show up to events you said you'd attend, even if you're tired. Show up when it's inconvenient. Help someone move. Listen when they need to vent, even if you have other plans. Celebrate their wins, even when you're dealing with your own losses. Here's the truth. Most relationships fail not because of dramatic betrayals, but because of small, repeated absences. Someone asks for help, you're too busy. They share good news, you forget to respond. They invite you somewhere, you bail last minute. Each small absence chips away at trust. Each small presence builds it. The people who are most liked aren't the most charismatic, they're the most reliable. So here's your challenge. Think of one person in your life you care about. How can you show up for them this week in a small but meaningful way? Then do it, and keep doing it. Let's recap the 5 ways to instantly make anyone like you. 1, make people feel heard, not just listened to. Reflect back what they say in your own words. 2, remember and use small details. Show people they matter by remembering what they share. 3, give genuine compliments on effort, not just results. Acknowledge the work they put in, not just what's visible. 4, admit when you're wrong quickly and completely. Own your mistakes without defending or justifying. 5, show up consistently, not just when it's convenient. Build trust through small, repeated actions. Here's the thing, these aren't manipulation tactics. These are ways of genuinely caring about people and showing it through your actions. You can't fake this long term. If you actually implement these habits, people will naturally want to be around you more. Being interesting opens doors. Being likable keeps them open. So take what you learned in the last video about being interesting and now add these 5 ways to be likable. You'll be surprised how quickly your relationships transform. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments which of these 5 you're going to focus on first. And if you haven't watched the previous video on becoming more interesting, check it out. These 2 videos work together. I'll see you in the next one.